The story of Sindbad the Sailor. The Sindbad set sailor with a company of merchants on a big ship. From time to time, they stopped at the various parts. There, they shouldered the merchandise and bought new things to trade. One day, when their ship was sailing smoothly across sea. They spotted a small island at a distance. They had not seen land of many days, and felt both a surprise and a happy to see the Island. They sailed close to the island. The captain of the ship allowed them to go there for a picnic. Everyone was excited on the island. They strolled around, sang and danced. Some people began to wash clothes. Some lit fire to cook meals. Soon, a breeze sprang up, the fire began to blaze. Suddenly, the land began to shake and move. With a shock, the picnic party realized that the Ireland and was not an island at all. They were on the back on the huge sea monster, and it had started moving. People began to scream. They left their pot and pans, their clothes, both washed and unwashed. They rushed back to the ship. The captain ordered his men to set sail immediately in order to move away from the monster. The sea monster plunged deep into the sea. Many of the people managed to climb aboard the ship, but many sank into the sea with the so-called Ireland. Sindbad alone did not drown in sea, but she could not reach the ship. He saw it sailing far, far away. He was now at the mercy of the wave, being tossed here and there. He clung to a piece of wood and somehow managed to keep afloat. He spent the night along at sea. When the next day dawned, Sindbad was happy to see that he had floated near an island, a real big Ireland. He could see hills and wood and tree at a distance. Though he was extremely tired, and he swam to the shore with all the strength that he could muster. Exhausted and hungry, he lay on the stand for some time. Then again he made an effort and began to walk inland towards the shady fruit trees that he could see at a distance. Luckily, this was the time when the king of that Ireland sent his horses to seashore with the groom. The grooms saw Sindbad and gave him food and drink. They took him to the king. The king was impressed by the way the Sindbad told him about what had happened. He asked Sindbad to stay with him and work as an officer of the king at the port. Sindbad stayed there for a few days, learning a lot from the king and the people on the island, and in turn telling them about the other cities and the parts that had visited at the port. Sindbad often made inquiries about any ship coming from or going to Bag- Ba- Baghdad, but no such ship ever come to the port. And then one day a ship arrived at the island with a lot of merchandise. Sindbad was at the quake when the cargo from that ship was being unloaded. He was surprised to see that his own name was marked on some of the boxes. Then he went to see the captain of the ship. At first, the captain could not believe that it was the same Sindbad that they had seen roaming in the sea. But when the Sindbad spoke to him face to face and he recognized him, he was overjoyed to see Sindbad alive. He gave him back all his merchandise from the goods that he thus got back. Sindbad presented the most valuable item to the king of the Ireland, saying, "Please accept this, my majesty. You have been very kind and very gracious to me." The king was pleased he to give Sindbad many valuable gifts when Sindbad left the Ireland with a merchant ship. If you want to know what happened to Sindbad afterwards, you have to read the rest of the story of his fantastic voyages.